Top rated book on Amazon is The Mental Handbook. You want the physical book? This one right here for free. Click the link below and let's get to work on your game.
DreAllDay.com.
What's going on, everybody? Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today we're talking about confidence again. A different angle on confidence. I was doing a live stream on Periscope this morning, not the day that you're watching this, but I was doing a live stream on Periscope. I'm at Dre All Day on Periscope. It's a live streaming app where I answer questions every time I do a stream. Sometimes people ask me, Dre, why'd you stop doing Q&As on YouTube? Well, it's because people was asking me the same dumbass questions. So now when I do live streams on Periscope, at the end of every stream, I'll say, hey, who has a question? And sometimes I'll just do a live stream just answering questions. So if you want to ask me a question live, that's where you do it at, on Periscope, or you can hit me on Snapchat. Y'all see the Snapchat handle that's on the screen right now. But someone asked me at the end of the stream today, they said, Dre, were you born a confident person? Were you just born as confident as you are now? And it was a very interesting question, because that's what I'm going to answer in this right here. You see the title of this video, so you know what I want to talk about here. Everybody, you, me, your mom, your aunt, your sister, your coach, your teachers, the bus driver, everybody was born fully 1,000%, 10,000% confident. All of us were born 1,000% confident. You know what confidence means? Confidence means a belief. Belief in yourself, belief in something else, believing something to be true, believing something to exist. That's what confidence means. We all believed in ourselves when we were born. If you don't have confidence right now, there's any area of life in which you do not have confidence, is because you learned that you should not have confidence. You were taught that you should not have confidence. And then not only did you learn it and was taught it, because learning and teaching means you read it somewhere, you heard it somewhere, somebody said it to you. You don't have to accept anything somebody says. You chose to accept it. You accepted that judgment that you're not supposed to be confident. You accepted the judgment that you're not supposed to believe in yourself. And then not only did you accept it, you internalized it. And you internalize things by repeating them to yourself over and over and over again, believing it so much with some emotional charging that it just became part of who you are, lacking confidence. Everybody had confidence when they're born. If you don't have confidence right now, I don't care if you're 12 years old or 52 years old, it was taught to you, you decided to accept it, and then you internalize it. So first of all, the first step to any of this, and this is what I tell people all the time when I work with them as a coach, as a consultant, when I stand up on stage as a speaker, when I write in my books, I tell people all the time, the only way we can get you to where you want to go is first you got to accept where you at. Okay, so you not having confidence is not about what somebody said, it's not about this situation you went through, it's not about this setback that you faced, it's about your acceptance of the fact that you should not be confident. Period. I don't give a damn what it is in. I don't give a damn where you're from, how old you are, if you're male, female, if you're Chinese, if you're Australian, if you're from the United States. You accepting the fact that you aren't supposed to be confident in the topic is the reason why you are not confident. Once we get 100% clear that that's the reason, that you're the cause of it, then you can also be the cause of the solution. But until we get clear that you're the cause of the problem, nothing can change. So if we're clear on that, we'll continue. If you're not clear on that, you still don't agree with that, then you need to turn this video off right now, because I'm not talking to you. I'm gonna give a second to those people to leave, and then we're gonna get right back to the topic. All right, those people out of here. Now let's get into how you can understand that confidence is something that was given to you at birth. You were born with it, but it was something that you unlearned in certain areas for whatever reason. Let's get right into it. Number one thing, any of you have a young child? If you have a child, or maybe you got a little brother or sister, maybe you babysit, you've been around a young baby anytime in the last, let's say 30 days. A baby, I'm talking about a baby who can't talk yet. Let's just say can't talk on down, that age. Is a baby 100% confident? Is a baby fully confident in itself? And with it has limited capabilities, but is it fully confident in itself? I think all of us will have to agree, yes. When a baby decides it wants something, does that baby do, based on within its capabilities, whatever it can to get the thing that it wants, and is relentless about getting it until it gets what it wants? Can we agree with this? Yes or no? Pretty much yes. Because until a child gets to the age where they can talk and understand language, a parent can't even tell the baby that they can't have it. You can't tell, I don't have any kids, but if I had a son or a daughter, I couldn't tell my daughter who can't understand language, they can't talk, I can't tell them, hey, you can't have the ice cream, or no, I can't change your diaper right now, or no, we can't go to the swimming pool. They wouldn't understand. So they're fully confident because they know what they want, and they're not even hearing, they're literally not understanding you telling them that they can't. Y'all follow me right here. The baby can't even understand you can't have it. They can't even understand no. All they understand is this is what I want, and I'm going to just do what I got to do, whatever I can do, until I get the thing that I want. So So now that we all understand that, now that we all agree with that, I'm giving you that example just to tell you that if at any point in your life you decide you want something, but you're not relentless in going after it until you get it, is because you were taught in somehow, some way, shape, or form, you learned that you should hesitate. You learned that you should slow down. You learned you should chill out. You learned you shouldn't go after it so hard. That was something you learned and something you also accepted. See, I got to be clear on that, because see, somebody might have told you it, and see, if I just stop at you learned it or somebody taught you, then I'm gonna get a whole bunch of bitch ass people complaining, telling me who did it to them, who told them, how the environment helped them, how their life is so hard. But nobody wanna hear that shit. You accepted it. Okay, I don't care where you came from, what your background is. Listen, I understand. Everybody has hardships. Everybody has their things that they go through. I get it. And your life may have been harder than everybody else's in the comments. I get it. Okay, but don't nobody want to hear that. All right, nobody feels sorry for you. You accepted it. As soon as you understand it, you accepted it, now you give yourself the power to do something about it. Because as long as the problem is something outside of you, you can't do nothing about it. It'll always be a problem. Then you can just go curl up in the corner and die, if that's what you want to do. All right, so first you got to get clear on where we at. So number 1 point, what I just told you, babies born 100% confident. They know what they want. They go after what they want till they get it. Number 2, hesitation is a learned behavior. Hesitation is a learned behavior. A baby who can't talk does not hesitate. Knows what it wants and it goes after it. A baby who can't talk, when his diaper needs to be changed, as soon as it knows the diaper needs to be changed, what does the baby start doing? It starts fussing and crying and making noise until somebody gives it exactly what it needs, which is the change of a diaper, immediately. It doesn't think about it. It doesn't plan it out. It doesn't go on YouTube to get best practices. It doesn't email Dre to get information. It doesn't do any of that. The baby decides what it wants and immediately takes action on what it wants. If you catch what I just said, it decides and it takes action. Leadership, decision, action, together, every time. Leader makes decisions, takes immediate action. It is not a decision if you do not take action behind it. A baby makes a decision and it takes action at damn near simultaneously. You can't even tell the difference between the two. Human beings, quote unquote, decide, hey Dre, I've decided that I want to try to play. Dre, I'm 22. I stopped playing basketball after high school. I decided that I want to give overseas basketball a try. Can you give me some information on how to do it? All right, you ain't no leader. And I'm going to pause so I can let that sink in. And you could you could sub out the number of the age and put in your age. You could sub out the situation that caused you to hesitate and not do anything and take that part out. If you are seeking information, you're seeking advice, you're seeking tips, you're seeking best practices before you take action, you are not a leader. Therefore, my conversation is not for you. You shouldn't be here. Unsubscribe from my channel and don't watch my stuff, because I'm not talking to you. I'm speaking a language that you won't understand. I'm telling y'all 1,000%. I'm just keeping it as real as I can right now. If you come into somebody asking for information before you've done anything, you ain't no leader, and I don't have anything for you. I'm sorry. I don't have anything to tell you. There's nothing that I'm going to say that you're going to understand. You won't comprehend this. I was like, I'm speaking Chinese, you speaking English. It just ain't going to work. Now, if you want to sit here and try to figure it out, look, more power to you. Do it. But I'm telling you up front. All right, now, seeking information, hesitating, waiting, getting best practices, all those are learned behaviors. Somebody taught you, or maybe you figured it out on your own, or you decided on your own that you got to get information. Somebody got to tell you what to do. You got to read all these blog posts. You got to read a book. You got to email some guru. You got to talk to some expert before you do something. Somehow, some way, you accepted that that's the way it goes. Nobody told. There's no law. There's no law written in the Supreme Court that says you have to seek information before you take action. Nobody said that. Ain't nobody going to jail for taking action without getting all the information. But yet everybody does it. I can't tell you how many emails I get every single day. Snaps, Twitter DMs, Instagram private messages from people like, Dre, yo, I want to do XYZ, but hey, I just need some information. Can I talk to you on the phone for 15 minutes? Can I email you? How do I get in touch with you? Hey, can you please reply to my message? I never reply when you say please reply, just so you know. And this is not kids. I talked about this in a video I did a couple weeks ago. I thought it was because they were young. I thought it was because they're teenagers. Like, he's 13, he's 17, he's 15. I get it. They're young and they don't really know themselves yet. When they grow up, they'll get better at it. But no, I was wrong. 45-year-old men coming to me, 50-year-old women coming to me, same issues. Because these kids grow up to be adults and nothing changes. So what I'm telling you is that these are learned behaviors. And just like you learn something, you can unlearn something and replace it with a more empowering behavior. Number 3. Last one, you being born confident. The only reason people hesitate, the only reason people don't take action immediately when they make what they claim to be a decision is their fear of judgment. That's the only reason. A fear of judgment. Fear of criticism, Napoleon Hill stated, is the #1 fear, most debilitating fear. Actually, might be #2. #1 was fear of poverty. And he said this back during the Great Depression, which was worse than the Great Recession, for those who don't know what the Great Depression was. If you don't, read the book Think and Grow Rich. That's what you need to do. But he said fear of criticism, #2 biggest fear behind the fear of poverty. Not even the fear of death. You know, people fear being broke and fear being criticized more than they fear even dying. If you die, you can't be broke or criticized. But people fear those two even worse. Fear of criticism, fear of what other people will say, fear of what other people will think, fear of other people's judgments, and it's really not even the fear of what people say or think, it's the fear of the thought of what you think they're going to say or do. And here, let me let y'all know a little secret. Most people don't give a fuck about what you're doing. Let me say that one more time to make sure everybody caught it. I want to say it one more time. I want you to quote me on this. If you tweet this, quote it. Most people do not give a fuck about you, what you're doing, what you succeeded at, or what you failed at. They don't care. Everybody is focused on who? Themselves. Everybody's focused on themselves. Nobody cares about you. All right, you failed, somebody might laugh at you, somebody might tweet about you, but they don't really care about you. They don't care. They much more focused on them than they are on you. Trust me. Nobody cares. The #1 reason people hesitate, lack confidence in life, is because they are thinking about what other people are going to think about them, what other people are going to say about them. Thus, they slow down, they stop themselves, and they don't do anything. And this costs people more opportunities than a lack of ability, more opportunities than a lack of resources, more opportunities than how old you are, or where you're from, or how tough your background was, or who your parents are, or the small town or country you're from that you claim is the reason why you're not being successful. Bullshit. It's all because of your fear of what somebody else is going to think or say about you. And if I guaranteed you, if I could give you a guarantee, this is not possible for me to do this, but if I can give you a guarantee that said, listen, the next action you take, I guarantee nobody's going to judge you about it. Nobody's going to judge you for it, whether you succeed or you fail. Would you take more action? Would you be more confident? Would you immediately feel a whole weight lifted off your shoulders with the next action you take? The answer is probably yes. Why is that? Because your fear of criticism is slowing you down. That's it. That's the only thing that slows people down in life, is a fear of criticism. A fear of what somebody else is going to say, what somebody else is going to do. That's how they lose their confidence. And guess what? That baby who can't talk, don't give a damn what you think. Listen, I just shit on myself and pissed on myself in front of the whole room. So what? I'm going to make noise about it until somebody comes and cleans that shit up. That's a baby's mindset. What's your mindset? Oh, I don't want to write a blog because if nobody reads it, I'm going to be embarrassed. Really? I don't want to get on YouTube and start putting out videos because I put out videos on YouTube for a week and they wasn't getting a lot of views, so I just stopped. So why? Why'd you stop? Why not just keep putting them out? You got something to say, obviously. Keep putting it out. Why would you stop? What does stopping do for you? What do you achieve by stopping? Nothing. Why'd you stop? Because you're thinking about what somebody else might think. You feel embarrassed because they didn't get seen, like you said. Nobody was watching the video, so I stopped. That's it. The answer's right there. I stopped because nobody was watching the video. So, okay. So if I said it was 100,000 views on each video, would you have kept going? Yes. You think about other people. You think about what other people got to say. You think about what other people are thinking about you. Put your message out there. If you got a message out there, guarantee people will eventually find the message. You just got to keep putting it out there. And again, this ain't about YouTube. This ain't about blogging. This can be about anything. If your message is playing basketball, go play basketball. There's somebody who wants to hear that message and will sign you to a contract. Somebody. But they can't find you if you ain't out there doing it. Oh, but you thinking about what somebody else is going to think. You think about what somebody on your block's going to say. You think about what your neighbor's going to say. You think about what some random person on Twitter or Snapchat or Instagram who you never fucking met, will never meet, is going to say about you. That's slowing you down from taking action. Hey, that's your problem. Let me recap these points, and then now I'm going to end this video so you can go do something. Number 1, a baby knows what it wants and immediately takes action. It makes decisions and takes actions at the same damn time, always. If you make a decision and take action, there's a gap between the two, you learn that. You weren't doing that when you were a baby. You learned to put a gap between the two. You put a gap between the two, you ain't no leader. Number 2, hesitation is a learned behavior. Gathering information is a learned behavior. Seeking advice before you take action, that's a learned behavior. And those are not actions of leaders. And if you ain't no leader, you should not be watching my videos. Number 3, only reason people do not take action, the reason people lose confidence in life, they're afraid of judgment. They're afraid of what somebody else is going to say, what somebody else is going to think, who's going to laugh at them, who's going to make an internet meme about them. People are more concerned with that than they actually concerned with their own success. And I ain't even gonna go into all that. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna end it on that note, man. Work on your fucking game. DreAllDay.com.